Once I have created the content in my questionnaire, I'm now ready to do my launch. I therefore go to my Launch tab, where I can choose between doing two different kinds of launches. I can either do an email launch or I can do a link launch. This time I'm going to do an email launch, so I'm just going to go to the Launch tab and then down to the menu Email Launch. Here you see I have a couple of different opportunities. I'm going to start off by making a new contact group. So I click Contacts and click Contact Group. I enter the name of my contact group and press OK. Once I created the contact group, I can mark it and then I can click the Import button. Here I can browse for my Excel file, my CSV file that I saved my target group information in. So now that I browsed it, I found it, I'm going to click OK and it's being imported to the system. I had some background variables on customer group and account manager, and I'm just going to add them to ESS. So I'm now clicking OK. 5 respondents have been imported, which is exactly the base that I want, so I'm going to click Exit Summary. Now that my contact group is ready, I can go and edit my email invitation. So I click Email. Here I can change the email format if I want it to be text or text and HTML. I can change the sender email, sender name, the subject, and of course the invitation text. However, I always need to keep a link that my respondents can use to participate in the survey. I'm just going to click OK. Now that my invitation is ready and my contact group is ready, I can do my actual launch. I'm just going to the Launch button and I'm going to give this launch a name. It's going to be June 2014. Here I can edit the standard settings on the launch, for an example, whether or not I want it to be optimized for mobile versions. I'm going to click Forward and then I'm going to select my contact group. I'm going to click OK. The system asks me if I want to launch and I say yes, I wish to continue. On this last page, step 3 of 3, email check, I have 3 different options. I can either abort launch, launch without sending emails, or send emails straight away. I'm just going to pick Send Emails. The launch has been completed and 5 emails were sent. I now get back to my overview page. Here I can see the name of my launch, and I can also see when my launch started, how many hours it's been going for. I can see the survey totals, so the statistics of my respondents, how many have answered, how many have not. I can see what kind of anonymity degree I chose for this survey. Once I have created my launch, I of course have a couple of administrative possibilities. For an example, I can close a launch, I can make a relaunch, I can send out reminders, or I can even delete a launch. Link launches are typically used when I don't know who my respondent is exactly, and I want to have a general link and maybe even a QR code. Link launches are typically used for sending out newsletters on web pages. I'm now going to do a link launch. I go down to my bottom menu and I choose Link Launch. I press the Launch button and now I can type in my launch name. For an example, I type in June 2014. This launch name will not appear to my respondents, it's only something I will see in the system. I can also change the settings for my mobile version. If I don't want it to be optimized for mobile versions, I just tick off the box here. If I want it to be optimized for mobile devices, I keep the box checked. Now click Forward, and now I can select the number of interviews I want as a max. Here I can choose between different numbers, or I can even type in my own number, which can go up quite high. For now I'm satisfied with 500 interviews, and therefore I just go and click OK. You will now find your link under Survey Details. I click the box OK, and as the box said, I can now find my link under Survey Details. This is the specific link that I want to send out to my respondents, whether it be in a newsletter or on a web page. I can also choose to download a QR tag by clicking here. One thing I gotta be aware of is that it's important that I send out this specific link. If I open this link in a browser window, a session ID will appear on the link, which makes it a one-time only link to use. So therefore it's very important that you use this specific link. Once you have done your link launch, you get a couple of different administrative options. You can, for an example, close your launch, or you can delete it. If I choose to delete a launch, I just got to be aware that I'm going to lose all the data on my specific launch as well. As you can see here, it says you are now about to reset one or more launches. Be aware that this will delete any data collected on this/these launches. So now I just want to cancel, obviously.